It's Colton again. I was gone for the last 2 weeks. I just got kind of nervous after posting the first two videos, but now I'm back. Today I'm going to talk to you how my faith has really helped me stay calm in this crazy world we're living in. Deal with like AI, just all the wars, and just how fast it feels like it's changing these days. Um, Before I was really deep in my faith and close to Jesus and God. Um, I would be totally nervous and just thinking about all the possible futures, especially with stuff like AI. But as I grown closer to Jesus and God, they have taught me to stay more in the present and just live out life in the present. And we'll get to the future as the present happens. And then for me, I have noticed a lot of those crazy thoughts I was having about the future never really happen, which helps me, which helps me realize that I do not need to really think about the future and just live in the present. When we get to the future will happen the way God has planned the future. And so that has really helped me to have a great deal of peace, even in crazy and fast changing times like we are living in today with, like I said, with AI and all the wars and just how bad the job market, like after graduating college before, in the job market the way it is right now, which is really bad for a new graduate, I'd be really freaking out thinking, how am I going to get my life started? What am I going to do? I need to find a job. But now I'm just living in the present and I am applying for jobs, but I haven't had very much luck. But we'll see. But like I said, I will really try to keep at least posting once a week, 2 to 3 times a week. I have the time, even with a job. But like I said, the job market's bad, so we'll see. But with me being close to Jesus and God, it really helps me just stay calm and just try to apply for jobs, and then the right opportunity will come. Maybe it's something different that I never even thought about. And so I'm just really a lot of peace right now, even with how fast the world is changing. Like AI, big thing that is really changing the world fast. I think that is really screwing up the job market, especially for new graduates, because companies rather try to train AI to do all the low level work that new graduates would get. And then they don't have to worry about paying benefits or having days off or even paying salaries of that employee. And I think it already is cheaper to pay an AI than it is to have a salary employee like a new graduate to learn. So that is really making the market hard for us new graduates to find the low level work. And especially because a lot of people who have really good degrees have been let go, they're having to take the low level jobs, which is screwing up the job market even more. But like I said, with me being in my faith, I'm just taking it day by day and living in the present. And I'm actually at real peace with it. And I'll just see what happens. And if a job comes, a job comes. Or if it's something totally different, too. Um, but with my faith, it has made it really easy for me to be in that peace. And like I said, I am blessed to have some money coming in to be able to figure out what I'm going to do and be not comfortable, but okay while I search for what I'm going to do to make a living and grow into a life, especially in this changing world, which I think, honestly, me not being in a job with all the craziness changing might be for the best. But we'll see. Down the road, we can look back on this video. And I think why I say that is because I'm at peace. Plus, I feel like it gives me the chance to try something new because I feel like the normal 9 to 5 jobs, for the most part, are eventually going away or going to AI. So then you are going to have to figure out something else. Like, I think hopefully the government will get their act together and we'll be able to get to the good parts of AI, like people have said, where we'll have abundance and we won't have to work in our normal needs will be covered, which I think that world will be crazy too, because people will have to find purpose and other things than work, which might be good because then they can get back to getting in their faith and thinking about what this life is actually meant for, rather than having to search and fight for everything to cover your needs. But I don't know. We'll have to see, because it could also go to a really bad AI version where everyone's fighting for everything and only a small few have everything, and the rest of us are fighting for the scraps and trying to get at that few for the good stuff. But hopefully it goes to the good AI future. But even if it goes to the good AI future, that's a huge change. And that's where I feel like I'm glad I'm really close to Jesus and God. And it helps me just embrace it, and that they got their hands and they're guiding me to the right life and the right decisions to make for my future life. But mostly living in the present and just making decisions as they go. So overall, I think my faith has really kept me calm during these crazy times. And I also have been able to not be so thinking about trying to at least control my future, and just making decisions as they come, and realizing that a lot of the things in this world that even we thought 5 years ago we don't control. And we just gotta do our best to make the best of our life, make the best decisions we can for the decisions we have, and just realize a lot of things that happen in this world are out of our control. But God has, just trust in God and Jesus, and I feel the world will be okay. Um, and so that's where, like I said, my faith has really helped me have peace in just letting go of that control of stuff that I can't control. And I honestly think with the internet, it has led to us thinking we can control things that we had no business even trying to control, and that we should live like people before the internet lived, where you mostly just controlled what was in like your neighborhood at most, or maybe your city. And I mean, yeah, you vote in the elections for like the federal, and you just hope you pick the right candidate. But mostly you try to control like your city council, your city, and you just try to control everything around you and not control things that are out of your power. So yeah, and sorry for if you hear the dog barking in the background. I don't know why she's going off. But overall, I feel you just gotta turn to Jesus and God, or whatever faith you have, and just realize that it is out of your, a lot of the world is out of your control, and all you can do is control what's around you, and just know that whatever faith you believe in is in control of what's going to happen, and that all you can control are the little things around you, and work your way up. But a lot of things are out of your control, like I said. So that's where, for me, faith really brings me peace, and knowing that. And Jesus and God just helped me realize that you can't control a lot, and that actually gives me peace now. It took me a while to get to that point where I would have peace, that I can't control a lot of things. But once I did, it's a really good freeing feeling to know that, yeah, you can't control everything, but God, for me, God and Jesus are in control. And so that gives me a great peace to just live in the present, and just go to whatever the future happens is in the future. And like I said, as you live the present, eventually you get to the future, and we'll see where we're at when we get there. And that just gives me peace to now live in the present. And it also really helps me enjoy the journey rather than just looking at destinations. Because I realized as I was doing my degree, as I got towards the end, I started enjoying the journey more than just getting to the degree. And that actually helped me meet some great people and learn some great new points of view, and just grow as a person. And I feel like that's the essence of life, is to enjoy the journey, not just look for the destination. Because once you get to the destination, you already start looking for the next destination. And a lot of people say, as humans, that's what we're built on. So you just, like they say, like some sayings, you climb the mountain and you start looking up the next mountain you're going to climb. And that's just life, if in anything. And I feel where, like, if we do get to a good AI future, people will have to really start thinking about different destinations to get to rather than using their job as their destination and then the next destination until you work your way up a company or as far as you want. And I feel like that's where we're in the AI world where it's good. People will just start thinking about what destinations actually mean in life without work. Being able to climb the ladder has your destinations, which I think will be a great thing for humans. I mean, it might be really bad in the beginning because of how wired we are to use work as our destinations, like the next job title or the next company. Well, hopefully that might lead to a better purpose in people and lead to them having way happier lives. So I really do pray for the world and that we get the best version of AI. I just don't know. And I just can't really, I just really don't trust people with that much money. But hopefully we get the good future. And then people are able to focus more on what the meaning of life is rather than just having to mostly hustle their whole life to collect a bunch of money, which by then your body's ruined, so you can't really enjoy it as much as you would. So I say just turn into your faith and just try to live mostly in the present. And eventually you'll get to where you need to go. And just, like I said, I use my faith, and that brings me the most peace, especially in these crazy times with as the world is changing with AI and everything else that is going on. And hopefully we'll talk soon. And if this helped you, please share it and please subscribe and give a like so hopefully more people can see it. And like I said, I am using these videos to hopefully give some people hope and see that the world, even in these crazy times, isn't so bad and there are some great people. And I want to try to create a community where we can help each other and just help each other with our faith and just grow as a community. And just, I want to also show a lot of disabled people that with faith you can overcome a lot. And honestly, as disabled people, we have already overcome. So I just want to use this channel to hopefully give some people hope and bring up and hopefully grow God's kingdom. And just, like I said, give, and if you don't come to Christ, that's your decision. It just brings you hope. I'm happy for that too. Because I just honestly just want to bring a light into this world and give some people hope. So if you got anything from the video or liked it, please share it and please subscribe. And like I said, if you want to start commenting and I'll try to answer them. And then hopefully we just build a community over time. Thank you. My name is Colton again, and check out my other two videos, and you should see some more coming shortly. Thanks.